lâu nay là cô giống như còn sau một nhà trong thật ra là luôn nay còn đã cho đi cô về sau nay trong cô.
My question is, when you say a better life, what is a better life?
Tao nói đâu ở nhà đây mình đã là mùa này nó ở tao mình rong mà giờ đã là mùa tao mình rong đã là cho rong này cô chuyện của tao lúc này rong cho nhà khoảng về tao mình sẽ.
My question is, what if one day in the future, his life, he have a really stable job, he doesn't depend on anybody, and he have money and everything, would you still forgive him or allow him to do what he does?
Dạ cái này để tao một con gì là cái hay cái lời anh cô chỉ tao nên cho mình cái nhà con ta là sẽ thì nhà này người sẽ là tôi lo là cho mình nó con mình đâu một chút đây là theo ta chỉ nó lâu là với cho vào trong cái này sẽ nhà và cho tao tao còn như thế cô chỉ tao mình nhà ra rồi cái này cô đi tới mình sẽ là nhà này
there are people that come from different places, different cultures in different places, like city or less city, about like what are the messages that you have about like GLBT stuff. Like for example, I grew up Catholic, and it's really not okay to be gay if you're Catholic. And so in my family, it would be really hard to have that be part of your identity. And it would be really hard for my family members to like make peace with that, And so I'm curious about like what other messages people have gotten from different types of influences. Like the message that I got from my religion.
If you have someone or someone in your family that falls under that category, how would you approach them?
Well, I've had that experience because my brother actually came out as gay to my family probably 5-6 years ago, and I think it's something that's hard to kind of address because you want to just be supportive and you don't want to cry or make them say things they don't want to say. So I think although we're very curious about his life and who he's dating and how he sort of came to identify as being gay, we just kind of let him come to us when he wants to talk about things like that because we don't want to press him into saying more than he wants to. If that makes sense. So I guess to recap, we just try to be good listeners and supportive of him and kind of talk about it when he wants to, but not when he doesn't.
I also think that a lot of parents, whether they're very traditional or not so traditional, is that they don't want to hear it. They don't want to. They're very uncomfortable talking about the issue, but it's not really because they're uncomfortable. It's because they don't want to admit that it's there. It's something that can happen. Because I know that I was watching a show on TV where there was these it's like a Hmong TV show, and these kids, they were discussing about GLBT issues within the Hmong community. And my dad's sitting there, and he's really like not clicking with what they're saying. And he's sitting there, he's like, they're so stupid. They don't even know what they're talking about. They don't know what they want. Because my dad is very traditional, and if that was to happen to him, if he had a son or a daughter that came out like that, I don't know how he would approach it. But he was like, they don't even know what they want in life, and how are they going to come in on TV and exploit the Hmong tradition and say all this stuff on national television, and when they don't even know what they want in life yet, and they don't even know if that's an issue. And I'm like, well, if they feel that way, then they feel that way. And he goes, how do you know you feel that way? And so I think that a lot of the issue that with Hmong parents is that they don't want to admit that it's possible and they don't want to deal with it. And so even if that issue comes up with them,